That's all.
Really? We are Handi and at Handi we have developed a product that will help customers in everyday life. Our aim is to make everyday life easier. Our product is a double-ended clip with one end which is securing onto a wheelchair frame and the other having the ability to hold a walking stick in place. This product is a very simple design, however its benefits to everyday life of the disabled person are endless. The clip is made from 90% recycled material and therefore making the product user-friendly and eco-friendly.
As Dean said, we decided to think of a product that would help people in their everyday lives. So we first brainstormed ideas to try and fulfill the same. The first idea was a biscuit holder, which was kind of a theme, but not really, which you kept off the bottom of a cup of tea when you go camping to see what biscuits with you. Our second idea was hair straightener holders. It's like when girls straighten their hair, the hair straighteners get hot, so you put them in the holder so you don't have to worry about it burning. And our third idea was a clip which held a walking stick to a wheelchair.
We decided to go with the wheelchair clip idea. One current problem, wheelchair users do not have anywhere to put their walking sticks, so they either have to have someone to hold their walking stick or hold it themselves, with the possibility of it dropping on the floor and not being able to reach it. This could cause long-term damage by a problem that could easily be solved.
This was our first design idea. There are two sections that have been cut out on the opposite sides of the plastic where the wheelchair and walking stick fit into. The problem we encountered with the first design is that it would fit easily onto both appliances, but then would not be able to very stable and the walking stick would fall out. So we developed the design further.
Okay, so these are the developed designs. As you can see from the top one, that was kind of a combination between the further design and our original design. But we believe that the top left side of it would not be stable enough to hold it together. So it would make the walking stick fall out. So we kind of developed that further and added another curvy bit onto the left side. But that we believe that the walking stick still wouldn't fit in and would not hold together. So then we came up with a third design, and that was when we had both of the edges curved, which meant that it would kind of open up. So if you look here, kind of open up to see, so it would fit around it. Yeah.
Our final idea combined the two designs and gave one end which had two curved edges at the same length, and the other one had a shortened length on one of the edges. The main problem now was that we didn't know how to make it thick enough to prevent it snapping. We decided to try different things on the laser cutter in order to produce prototypes to see what was best for it. This is the first prototype we made. See what it would be like, just to get an idea of sizes, thicknesses, what would be ideal, things like that. The problem with the acrylic was it wouldn't allow enough bend in the given material, so it just snapped straight away. To try and counter this, we added, as you can see, a thin layer of neoprene, which is to give it a bit of strength and a bit of grip on the material, and also prevent scratches and damages on the walking stick and wheelchair.
Because of the project being an eco project, we decided to try a range of different recyclable materials to make our prototypes out of. Our second prototype was made of high-density polyethylene HDP. This is because it was recyclable, it is lightweight, and most of all flexible. However, when we first laser cut the materials, we found the plastic would melt back together again. Every time the laser began to cut it, this meant the product would not be produced and it would not be self-appropriate due to the appearance of the final cutter. Seeing that HDP is not a good material to make the product out of, we decided to try another material. This was polypropylene.
Again, we chose this plastic as it's recyclable, lightweight and flexible. When the product was cut out on the laser cutter, we had the same result. We found that it was melted slightly again. Although it was still cut out in the correct shape and we were able to be glued together and fitted onto the product without snapping, we still believe that this was not suitable to be sold to the customer. This is again due to the appearance of the material, as this time it had holes in it as well as being melted due to the heat of the laser.
So I'm afraid we haven't got our final design today because our injection moulder has in fact broken. So basically it's going to be made of polypropylene on the injection moulder, so there would not, we would reduce the risk of having holes in it and it being melted and things. And it would also make it look more attractive. And then so we would also add the neoprene, which is the foam bit inside the acrylic thing, and that would give it more grip to hold it together and make sure the wall can stick when it fall out.
Having completed our final design, we decided the appropriate time to come up with a brand name, logo and slogan. The name Handi Clip was chosen because we believed that the clip was handy and how people are already. It's playing with the word like handicapped and handi clip, so how we took the hand, put it on top of the H, like that. It was quite eye-catching, just a bit different really. And we came up with the slogan, the clip that makes life handy.
So we decided that the cost for our product would be £1.99 because if you see the polypropylene, it doesn't cost very much because it's recycled plastic, so it doesn't waste a lot of energy making it again and things. The neoprene only costs 3p per unit, which means that it's also going to be very cheap. And then the packaging, if you look over there, it's made of black card and with corrugated card in the middle to hold the product inside carefully, which means that it's not going to be very expensive to produce.
We had two different types of packaging. One with neoprene inside, which just has a bit of a nicer finish really from more expensive packaging. But we also decided that because it's an environmental product, to have one with just corrugated card in it, it serves the same purpose, it just doesn't look expensive.
And this is our promotional advertisement, and we've decided to do this because of the green, it's eco-friendly. We've got our ethos on there to say what our aims are, and the Handi clip at the bottom. And we've used, don't let the little things get in your way, use the Handi clip as an everyday essential. And it kind of shows that even though it's very, very small, it can do quite a lot for people who use a wheelchair and all can sit. Any questions? I'll say
If you were selling more than one, would you adapt the packaging, or what are your plans for somebody more than 10? Would you sell 10 packets?
Depends what they want to sell. If they're using it to sell them again and bring them on in their packaging, but if they're just buying it, say the NHS were buying some, we'd probably just send them the product rather than the packaging as well.
Right. Have you consulted any disabled experts, like shops that sell disabled goods for information?
No.
Whereabouts in the wheelchair would it go?
On my hand, I would say on the wheelchair, or on the, well, basically where you put your arms, but on the side of the, it's hard to explain.
So the arms come down, flip on there, it's gone there.
Have you tried that out? Is it not getting away with the wheels or anything?
No.
It hangs down slightly.
On this bit here.
Okay.
Okay.
What stops it? The bottom of it flicking out. You've got the top there, what's the bottom of it flicking out?
Oh, well, it's in the centre, so it should flick out. Well, it's not like at the top or at the bottom, it's in the centre.
Which way is it going to hang?
Yeah, you can pretty much have what you want.
Upright, or
If you clip it on like that, yeah, the stick's going to have to go like that.
yeah, so you do it the other way around. So
Okay, so you're going on the
that, so
side.
it's up, yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll go above the
So it'll
front
go
wheel.
on there, so it goes up.
Okay.
and then go right up into the air.
Most of the
You
walls.
design any flags on top of it?
No.
It's good. What properties? So what properties would you get by injection moulding it rather than layering it up as you have done?
It makes it more flexible because it's all one product, so it can kind of bend easier.
We mainly do the injection molding because the issues were with the lease cutter. We liked the finish with it, and it did bend alright. It's just the fact that you get holes in it when you lease cut it, and when you glue it together, it just looks terrible.
No, you're right. It will obviously strengthen the product because it will be one piece rather than actually all the different elements. And also in terms of your labour costs, you haven't got to keep gluing it all together. Good. Where would it fit on a Paralympic wheelchair?
Well, that.
Wait, is that celebrating at the end?
I don't know. I think they tend to stay in the wheelchair.
Any questions? Hello?